Good morning, my rosebuds. How everybody doing? happy, happy Sunday. Hope everybody is doing well wherever they may be. Y'all, the circus is gonna circus every time. I say that every time. So, we know Blueface went out of town for the weekend. Nevaeh was at home with her friends, and she was doing a deep cleaning of the house. Blueface streaming 24-hour stream with Krishan. They went to some festival and they was in San Diego. Um, you know, and it kept flipping from Blueface and then he would flip it to Nevaeh. So Krishan, first of all, they was at a Airbnb. Now, mind you, Krishan, I don't know if she was trying to get in the camera, but Blueface kept pushing her out the camera, right? Like so she wasn't being seen. All of a sudden, voila, they at back at the Airbnb, and they doing the 24-hour stream. As I said, Krishan is drunk as a skunk, and probably and more than likely did other things like rugs. Allegedly, that's the way it seemed. She is passed out, and Junior is there with Blueface and Krishan. Now, I was watching it. Um, Junior Blueface did try to feed Junior with a spoon, I think once or twice, and then that handy dandy bottle came out, and he was drinking his milk per usual. But I'm gonna take it here first. Krishan was passed out in the bed. Blueface was trying to wake her up, and you could tell she was out of it. And she kept taking the covers off, and she kept saying, I'm tired," and pull the cover back on. He was trying to get her up because he was bored. He was like, "Come on." He carried her. He kept saying, "Get in the shower. I'm gonna put you in the shower. Want me to put you in the shower?" And he proceeds to pick her up and he put her in the shower. Young, this is crazy. This is, and my thing is now when Krishan got up here and said about the birthday party, like I said in my video, he could be talking to her behind the scenes, saying all this stuff to her, because then she can't hold water and get up here and say the stuff, opposed to probably not supposed to say something and saying it anyway, trying to prove a point to whoever, Jaden, Nevaeh, whoever. So he picked her up and put her in the shower. Now, neither one of them are watching Junior at this time. Like when they get up, they all around the Airbnb doing them, and Junior's on the bed. He sat up on the bed, um, and then Krishan and them came back in the room, and she changed his diaper, and it's a clip that I seen where Blueface actually claimed Junior, and y'all they got pulled over by the popo, and they both was under the influence. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. You know what I'm saying? If they was let go, or they got tickets, they got to go to the court in San Diego. I don't know, but it was late and they got pulled over. Now I watched most of the stream, and then I said forget it because it's a lot. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe he be pillow talking with her behind the scenes, telling her all this stuff to get her to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And then when she get on her stream, she be saying this stuff, and we like, oh, she's lying. Some of the stuff about Blue, I do believe, because I'm seeing it from my own eyes. But going to Jerusalem, yeah, right. Now I wonder what Coach Calvin got to say about his boxer now, because he be mad. He be mad as heck because Krishan's supposed to be training for her fight coming up, and she's enduring drugs and alcohol, and she sit there and say she not doing this and she's not doing that, but she is. And my thing is, it's all fake. Like I said, Krishan Blueface, it's all fake. This shit is toxic. And I believe Blueface is scared of Krishan for whatever reason. Excuse me. Whatever reason. I believe she has something over his head. That's why she keeps saying she gonna call the police. Not just because he's on paper. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? I believe they all have something to do with the unaliving of Ronnie Doe, allegedly. So I just wanted to get up here and I did this last night. I just didn't. I had to come back to it and, and add to, and finish talking because it was a lot, and I wanted to go back through the stream to see what I missed before I got up here. And child, the shenanigans was shenanigans. So let's take it to when she said about the birthday party, because Blue didn't even say he didn't say that. He didn't say they was gonna plan it, and he just said I didn't hear none of that. The last thing he said he heard was she's gonna call 911 on him. I think too that's how she get him to do what she want him to do, because it's just something that we're not privy to. It's this toxic bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? And like I believe what Carlissa said, she been in the sector, she been seeing him. You know what I'm saying? They been doing everything together behind the scenes before she popped back out with him on his tour. We all are being bamboozled, y'all. We are being bamboozled to the fullest. He and like I said, I don't fully believe Blueface because he full of it, and he do things trying to get the money for his stream on his streams and stuff. Just like he show how much he make a week. You know what I'm saying? And then talk about his chat, belittle his chat, say some disgusting things about people and expect people to still be there. But when I tell you he could cuss his chat out, the one girl, she did. She gifted 50 subs, right? Right after she gifted 50 more. Right after that she gifted 100. So this is how he's making so much money, you know? And it's crazy to me because he's not a role model. And when they out and about, when Blueface is out and about, all these younger kids talking about Blueface, Blueface, Blueface. You know what I'm saying? And he's nobody's role model, especially the way he treats people and women. Ain't no way in hell that I will let my child follow any of them. Krishan, Blueface, Jaden, none of them, because they all full of. And Jaden didn't have none of this smoke for Krishan when she was allegedly pregnant by Blueface. You know what I'm saying? She she's definitely upset because Nevaeh is having a Blueface child. So she constantly pick, and then get mad when Nevaeh responds. You can't get mad. Um, you can't get mad at somebody and tell somebody how to get their get back if you always picking and picking. You know what I'm saying? And she's always on her stream talking about EBT this. But girl, Shady Sadie told Joe truth about your EBT. That you ashamed and you had her and you probably have Sam doing now. Swipe your EBT card for you. You're human. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's a lot of people that wish they had EBT. And they sit and say, oh, Nevaeh EBT this, she got an EBT apartment. So what? At least she got one. A lot of people don't have it. And y'all try to belittle people when your mama or somebody in your family get EBT. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Now times is hard and food is expensive. So why make fun of somebody that get EBT? I don't understand that. Y'all get on this internet and y'all just type, and just say anything. Just make a comment on something. And y'all be in my comment section saying some crazy stuff, but thanks for the view. I appreciate it. To the fullest. Thank you. But y'all, this is crazy. So you have to pick and choose what Krishan say is true and what's not. The Jerusalem crap, I don't believe that. And her 12 disciples that she's supposed to be taking with her to Jerusalem. Okay, Krishan. And she did her vision board, talking about her family, getting her family back and all this. And you know why? Because her and Blueface be talking behind the scenes. And I believe when she talk about Blueface and say certain things, now everything else I believe is a lie. But when she talking about Blueface, some stuff I believe that really was said. And Blueface got on this good old internet and talk about, oh, I didn't know nothing about no party. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Y'all set it up like that. Blueface be playing in her face and playing in ours too. Now she got up and about, and she was mad because claiming she didn't know about no 24-hour stream. She made Blueface turn his off, and the cameraman turned his stream off. And she was mad. Or pretending she was mad. I don't know. But she acted like she didn't know nothing about it. No, take it to Nevaeh. Nevaeh was going off. Now people act like she don't have a reason to be mad at Blueface. Any day she could go into labor. And he out in San Diego frolicking around with Krishan. Now he probably had a paid gig because he did perform at the festival. But Krishan is there as well. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he's still frolicking around with Krishan like that because that brings them money. That's the key right there. Him and Krishan together bring chaos and it brings money. Nobody can tell me that's not it. And not saying that Blueface don't love her, but I believe it goes more on Krishan's side, wanting to be in a relationship with him, opposed to picking and choosing when he gonna spend time with her. And so Nevaeh got a right to go off, and she was going off saying, "Oh, you wanna go over there? What the fuck I'm doing here for?" What am I here for? You know what I'm saying? You sit on the stream and say, my girlfriend, I'm not gonna cheat, I'm not gonna do this, and then you hear with me saying you don't want Krishan, but here we are. Here we are. Like Blueface said, I've been that man in your life. Krishan said, oh no, you've been throwing tantrums. So that goes to show you. It goes to show you. Even though the little bit like the yacht situation, it's more to it before then that led up to that, and there's more to it that led up to this situation now in San Diego. That's why Krishan be on here crashing out crying because he throw a wrench in her plans every time to make her look crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go live later on, and if not, because I'm going to the grocery store, so of course I gotta do my shopping live. Um, I'm definitely gonna do some more uploads because it's a lot to debunk with the Blueface and Krishan saga. And if nobody never told you they love you, Dion saying it. I love you, you, and you. And I will see y'all on the next Dion Says Whatever. Bye, Rosebuds.